With gaming more popular than ever before, it's talked about by a lot more people than ever before. And the same conversations always come up. Who's the best protagonist? Which game looks the best? What game has the best story? Can they beat Goku? And the all-important question, what is the best video game of all time?
Depending on how old you are, or the kinds of games you had access to growing up, the answer changes from person to person. It might be a newer game, might be a childhood favorite, might be something you and your friends played when you were younger. It could also be from online listings, websites upon websites of unknown amounts of articles, all telling you what's usually agreed upon as the best games to ever grace our eyes, ears, and hands. Some of these lists, as time goes on, include more newer games and less of the older ones. Does that mean these games aren't good anymore? I don't think so. I think it's important now more than ever to look back at games from an earlier time to understand why they're considered the best. Mega Man 2 on the NES is usually one of the games on those lists. The 1989 game is thought to be the best of the hexology and one of the best games of the NES era.
What will the future bring from Nintendo?
At this time, the NES was about 4 years old, or if you're considering the Japanese Famicom, 6 years old, and there wasn't really a shortage of good games for the NES at all, and the NES wasn't really facing any competition from the Sega Genesis or the TurboGrafx 16 yet. Nintendo was honestly firing at all cylinders, and by the time Mega Man 2 was releasing, they were only about a month away from the Game Boy launching with Tetris.
Now you are playing with power.
Mega Man 2 starts off by showing you the possible boss stages to choose from, allowing you to complete the game in any order. However, what made Mega Man unique is that any of the bosses you defeat, you get their power as your own, and from there you're able to use certain powers against certain bosses for an advantage. Some are easier to defeat with the right power-up, or you can just choose to use the normal pea shooter. Not only does Mega Man get those power-ups, but every few stages Mega Man is upgraded with a new skill or ability he used to travel around, those being the 1, 2, and 3. Different platforms for different scenarios. The platforming in Mega Man feels tight, especially for the time. The music of Mega Man 2 is some of the best and the most catchy music in the entire NES library. Every track makes you feel like you're on a mission, and that you have to keep moving forward. The music for every stage feels like it was crafted and finely tuned to fit each theme and element, like the obligatory platforming water stage. I think a lot of people underappreciate how much Nintendo did for gaming with the NES and the Famicom. What may look like a lot of simpler games now, well, many of those franchises have characters that we all recognize today. I feel like we take for granted sometimes where they originated from. They all needed somewhere to start, and for Mega Man, that was with the Nintendo.